Thank you so much for tuning in to this morning's edition of Chris 6 Sunrise.
Yes, it's Wednesday, July 2nd. Here's a look at what stories we're covering in your neighborhood.
It's a path to work, but not to stay. I'm Suzanne Stevens. I'll break down the new immigration proposal and the bigger question it raises. Is a job enough?
Neglected, disregarded, and left in the dark. I'm Alexis Scott, speaking with community advocates who say that's how they're feeling after not being invited to the ribbon cutting of the Harbor Bridge.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Sunrise. I'm Michelle Hoffman. You're waking up with the Hoffmans today.
Oh, you almost missed it. Yeah. She's Michelle Hoffman. I'm Brian Hoffman. And yeah, it's a great Wednesday so far, halfway through the week. I know we got some puddles out there on the roadways to talk about. Good morning, Julia Quady. How you doing?
Hey there, good morning, you guys. So yeah, we do have a couple wet roadways heading out the door to start you off on this Wednesday morning. That's because we still had those passing showers and pretty heavy downpours and some couple rumbles of thunder out there late last night and a little bit in towards the overnight. So we're still waking up again to a couple stray showers here and there for areas that are along the coast. For inland neighborhoods, maybe seeing a bit of a more steadier stream of showers still passing through nearby Hebbronville, west of Freer. But all of us are looking at a bit of a diminish of that shower activity over the next few hours. But right now, let's go ahead and get you out the door in terms of your traffic flow. Right now, heading on Ocean Drive down at SPID and Saratoga, looking at pretty easy driving conditions right now. No heavy traffic flow in any of those three roadways. And even as you start to approach the Flower Bluff area on the SPID, still looking at pretty simple and easy driving conditions right now. Heading on over to Flower Bluff, things are looking good on Walser Road and on Flower Bluff Drive. Just a bit of a medium speed that you'll see once you get a little bit closer towards the gate NAS Corpus Christi. And again, looking at clear driving conditions heading to and from the island on the JFK Causeway. I'll have more in your forecast coming up.
Thank you so much, Julie. Appreciate it. We're going to get to your neighborhood news in just a bit, folks, but first on some national news. President Trump's sweeping domestic agenda bill is one step closer towards a full House vote after passing the Senate last night, just by a narrow margin. So early this morning, the House Rules Committee voted 7-6 to advance the rule on the bill. Two Republicans joined Democrats on the panel to oppose advancing the rule. The panel had spent nearly 12 hours debating the legislation. The entire House must now vote on the bill in order for the bill to come to the floor for a final vote.
We have an update on the immigration operation that happened last week on the campus of TAMUK. According to an Immigration and Customs Enforcement spokesperson, agents detained 27 undocumented workers last Thursday. They suspected the contractor was in violation of the Employment Eligibility Verification, also known as the I-9 form. 5 workers were released, but the rest remain in custody awaiting their immigration proceedings. Chris 6 News reached out to the contractor, Cotton Holdings, and they tell us they're working with the Department of Homeland Security involving one of their subcontractors, as they aim to follow all applicable laws.
Well, let me ask you this. What's more important, money or citizenship?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on who you're talking to.
That question cuts to the heart of a new immigration proposal from President Trump. The plan would allow undocumented workers in agriculture and hospitality to stay in the U.S. temporarily. No green card, no permanent status, no path to citizenship. In Corpus Christi, a motel manager who asked not to be identified says he doesn't trust it.
A lot of people, they know hiring, because Trump is too crazy right now.
Immigration attorney Deborah Rodriguez says the plan echoes President Reagan's 1986 amnesty, which granted legal status to millions of undocumented immigrants. But this proposal offers none of the same protections.
That's right. A local man was taken to the hospital after being struck by a vehicle on the city's south side yesterday evening. CCPD tells us that it all happened a little after 7 p.m. on Saratoga near the HEB Plus. A black SUV was traveling westbound when a man crossed the street and was hit. The driver stayed while first responders arrived. The pedestrian was taken to the nearest hospital and is expected to be okay. Officials found the pedestrian did not use the crosswalk, and the driver involved will not face any citations or charges.
And they recognize that, they know that. Not to have any representation from this community is a slap in the face.
We're included when they want to include us.
The Harbor Bridge is built and the ribbon has been cut, but community advocates and leaders from respected Black organizations say they were excluded from the unveiling event. Some tell me they aren't shocked, but rather hurt that Saturday's ribbon cutting of the Harbor Bridge did not include representation from prominent Black organizations like the Black Chamber of Commerce, NAACP Corpus Christi branch, and the Hillcrest Residents Association. Neighbors also saying individuals directly affected by the project, including those living in the Hillcrest, Washington Coles area, should have been invited. I reached out to TxDOT, one of the companies behind the project, that tells me space limitations dictated the guest list.
Now, folks, if you want to learn more about the Harbor Bridge and how it's affecting you and your neighbors, we have you covered. Our special Connecting the Coast has everything from new routes to the impact on businesses. To check it out, you can scan the QR code you see on your screen with your smartphone or visit our YouTube page.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Heading out the door, you're going to be in for more wet roadways all throughout the coastal bend, especially some areas are still seeing a couple streams of shower activity passing through, mostly western portions of the coastal bend, more further inland. Before we go ahead and get into what's happening right now outside your door, let's actually quickly go over what we saw in terms of total rainfall accumulation here in the coastal bend since yesterday. Of course, we had a steady stream of shower activity passing through inland neighborhoods all throughout the majority of the day yesterday, so you can see where those heavier rainfall totals are happening nearby neighborhoods like Heronville, a little bit west of Freer, nearby an inch, 2 inches, maybe even 3 inches of rainfall, especially nearby the neighborhood of Freer. Here, a majority of the coastal bend, though, looking at nearby at least a half an inch of rainfall from yesterday's rain event alone. So pretty decent rainfall totals that we're seeing at large from our rain event that began, of course, this past weekend. Now for today, starting to see a wrap up of that shower activity. Only a couple passing showers going through inland neighborhoods, that same streamline where we saw those heavier rainfall totals nearby Heronville going towards the western part of Freer. Across the majority of the coastal bend, look, most of us seeing a bit of a drier start to our morning on this Wednesday, and we'll continue to see a drier period until things completely end in terms of our rain showers passing through the area, and then we'll be switching our focus to more on that Saharan dust and slightly warmer temperatures on the way as we start to approach this upcoming weekend. Looking at our current conditions, though, here in Corpus Christi sitting at 78 degrees, 76 over in Beeville, 83 degrees your temperature over in Port Aransas, 81 in Rockport, and 75 degrees right now in Alice as you wake up and start your day. So looking at our winds, still coming in at a very light pace for us this morning. We'll start to see a bit of an increase of those wind speeds going nearby 15 miles an hour as we head towards this afternoon. Rain chances again will be pretty slim to none over the course of our day until our rain event completely wraps up here in the coastal bend, especially by tonight towards this evening. We'll see at best maybe a couple stray showers here and there, and heading towards the overnight to the early morning hours on your Thursday. Again, a couple stray showers possible, but again, for the most part, looking at cloudy conditions in store for us today with the diminishing of our rainfall activity. Temperatures will also increase, getting towards those upper 80s, eventually towards those low 90s for our afternoon high temperatures. But again, rain event begins to end today with more Saharan dust and hotter temperatures towards the weekend.
You see these black blobs? I'm Michaela Chavez in North Beach. I'll explain what they are, how they got here, and tips and tricks if you accidentally step on it.
I'm Joe St. George on Capitol Hill, where we're following the latest with President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill. If this legislation becomes law, how soon will your family potentially see changes? We break it down next.
Welcome back, folks. Tesla is set to release new data today on its production and delivery figures for the second quarter of the year. This comes after the company's poor performance in the first quarter of the year. Elon Musk said that he would be spending less time in Washington and more time running the company. Tesla has struggled to sell its EVs in the face of angry protests over Musk's involvement with the Trump administration and fierce competition from Chinese companies. Well, President Trump's, quote, One Big Beautiful Bill is one step closer to becoming law this morning after the legislation cleared the Senate on Tuesday. And while it's still unclear if the bill has enough votes in the House to send it to President Trump's desk, a big question you may have is when the big changes in the bill may take effect. Scripps News Group's Joe St. George takes a closer look.
President Trump is hoping that soon he'll be able to sign his One Big Beautiful Bill into law. It's a massive piece of legislation with benefits for some Americans and downsides for others. So if this bill becomes law, when will you start to see the changes and how long will they last? Big policy change number one, no taxes on some tips, overtime, and car loans. That would be in effect for the 2025 through 2028 tax years, so it would be in place the next time you file your taxes. The legislation allows for $10,000 in auto loan interest to be deducted on certain vehicles assembled in the U.S. if you make under $100,000 a year. $25,000 can be deducted in tips if you make under $150,000, and $12,500 in overtime can soon be deducted if you make under $150,000 a year. These changes are not permanent, though, and would expire later this decade. Big policy change number two, new work requirements for Medicaid. This change doesn't take effect until December 31st, 2026, although some states may be allowed to begin sooner. That gives leaders in state capitals time to implement procedures to determine how they will verify if an able-bodied adult should be working 80 hours a month or not. It also makes this a likely major issue in next year's midterm elections. Big policy change number three, funding for food assistance programs. The legislation shifts some costs, like SNAP, to state governments. The change doesn't take effect until fiscal year 2028, though, again, giving time for states as well as those on these programs to prepare. Big policy change number four, a child tax credit increase. The child tax credit would go from $2,000 to $2,200 starting in 2026, which means some parents may not feel the benefit until 2027 when they file their taxes. And big policy change number five, a standard deduction increase for seniors over the age of 65. A special temporary increase of $6,000 would take effect this year. However, it would expire in 2028. For everyone else, the standard deduction increases by $750 this tax year, but it never expires. Because the legislation being debated by the House right now is the version passed by the Senate, it's still possible that lawmakers will make changes impacting policies, start dates, and your wallet. Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Stepping out your door, you might see some wet pavement and wet roadways, pretty much how we started every day so far in our work week. But things are expected to change with a dwindling of our rainfall activity coming in the forecast today, leading towards drier weather and warmer temperatures as we start to approach your July 4th holiday and for the holiday weekend. Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at our view at our Snoopy Spear Sky Cam, sponsored by CCAC. We see we're looking at a bit of a mostly cloudy view, some small hints that sunrise begin over beyond the horizon there of the JFK Causeway, but again, we'll be looking at dwindling of our shower activity here in the coastal bend. But even still, showers are still passing through portions of coastal bend right now, just mostly inland areas nearby Heavenville and Freer. I'll show you in just a moment on Doppler radar. But right now, taking a look at our temperatures, and feel like temperatures, things are still warm and muggy across the area, reaching towards those upper 70s here in Corpus Christi, lower 80s for areas that are a little bit towards the coast. Going further inland, though, temperatures hanging on towards those low to mid 70s. So that humidity is still going to be interacting with us here in the forecast because that moisture that still continues to be in place, but just not so much in the form of rainfall as we head towards the later hours today. But like I said, looking at Doppler radar, I can still see some passing showers going through inland portions of coastal bend, but starting to dwindle in those areas as well. Saw some heavier downpours that passed on through portions of Hebbronville and a little bit west of Freer earlier this morning. But again, the majority of us here across the region looking at dry conditions already for us to start off our morning. But a couple passing showers are still going to be possible for inland neighborhoods as we head towards the midday. We can see nearby Freer, Hebbronville, seeing a couple stray showers still passing on through your neighborhood. Maybe a couple heavy downpours are still possible, but once we start to approach the afternoon and certainly by this evening, looking at drier conditions that will be in the forecast with still plentiful heavy cloud cover, though, that still be sticking around in our forecast. So in terms of what else we can expect, we'll be looking at our temperatures reaching towards those lower 90s or maybe those upper 80s for areas that are still going to see some of that passing shower activity. Now, taking a quick look at our tropical outlook, this is the reason why our rainfall activity is starting to wrap up for us. Those remnants of tropical moisture are starting to decrease over in our area, and along with not really having too much help in the upper levels of the atmosphere, things are going to begin to dry up with some more Saharan dust on the way for this weekend.
bringing a spark for education. I'm Melissa Trevino, and I'll show you how a local fireworks stand and the Alice Rotary Club are aiming to do just that for local students.
Welcome back, folks. Well, with the uncertainty of prices these days, plus those looming on again, off again tariffs, we're taking a look at those grocery prices to help your dollar go even further. And hey, just a quick heads up, all these prices are as of this morning on each retailer's website. So let's start with a look at the price of eggs. For a carton of eggs, third place is Target, $2.79. H-E-B comes in second place, $2.78, and first place, Walmart, $2.72. So not too much of a difference there. What about bread? No one can beat that $1 French loaf, we know, but when we take a look at the other loaves of bread, third place goes to Target, $1.49. Second place, H-E-B, $1.30. First place, again, Walmart, $1.27. What about a gallon of milk? Well, third place goes to H-E-B, $2.72. Second place, Target, $2.69. First place, Walmart, $2.62. Again, not too big of a change there, but well, let's wrap things up with protein, right? A pound of ground beef, Target, $5.99. Walmart, $4.94, and then first place goes to H-E-B at $4.83. So you definitely want to shop around. If you find cheaper prices, and these might be worthwhile picking it up.
And you know what? July is National Pickle Month, and to celebrate, drive-in fast food chain Sonic is rolling out a limited edition pickle-inspired menu. The new items will be available at locations nationwide throughout July, and Sonic is teaming up with Griot's Pickles for the new pickle-flavored items. The special menu includes a new burger, slush, tater tots, and fries. You can order a combination of all of them as part of what Sonic has dubbed the Big Dill Meal.
All right, now taking it outside, looking at our view from our First Community Bank Skycam atop the USS Lexington. You see some folks hitting the Old Harbor Bridge, heading northbound towards the Portland area. Things are moving pretty well. Not really too much of any heavy traffic flow at the moment. You can also take in a little bit those mostly cloudy skies, seeing some hints of that sunrise beginning for us here in the coastal bend as well. Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the traffic flow map to get a better idea what you expect on other roadways, though, throughout the area. As you can see, heading from Ocean Drive down to SPID and Saratoga, looking at easy driving conditions on all those roadways. But just make sure you keep in mind, roadways may still be a bit soggy because of those overnight showers that pass through the area, a bit heavy at times. And heading from SPID, even heading towards the Flower Bluff area, things are still looking pretty good. And then heading onto the JFK Causeway, going to from the island, pretty much the same conditions, but things are moving pretty well. That's it for your traffic report. New details on your forecast coming up.
Now, weather on the 6s.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Right now taking in this gorgeous view from our C60 Skycam over Snoopy's Pier. Looking at mostly cloudy skies, but can see some hints of that sunrise happening over on the right side of your screen of the JFK Causeway there. We'll expect a diminishing of our shower activity here in the coastal bend for us on this Wednesday. Still see a couple passing showers for areas that are further inland, but again, all of us across the area will be seeing our rain chances begin to drop, allowing for our shift in conversation to go more towards that Saharan dust that's going to continue to push on through the area, and warmer temperatures as we head towards your holiday weekend as well. Right now, let's go and take a look at our current temperatures and flight temperatures across the area where things are a bit muggy, especially for areas that are along the coast. Looking at those temperatures reaching towards those lower 80s in areas like Flower Bluff, Port Aransas, Ingleside, and Rockport. Again, all waking up towards those temperatures in the lower 80s. 78 degrees here in Corpus Christi, 76 right now in Robstown, 75 degrees your temperature over in Mathis right now, waking up to start your day. Looking at Doppler radar, we can see where those showers are still pretty active and passing through inland portions of the coastal bend. So nearby Heavenville, a little bit west of Freer, seeing a line of showers that just now started to pass on through. So even now in those particular neighborhoods, starting to see a drop in your rain chances as we go over the next few hours for us this morning. But a majority across the coastal bend, all of us having a dry start for our Wednesday. Just a little bit of that wet pavement that I mentioned before, just because of those overnight and late night showers and a couple rumbles of thunder associated with those heavier downpours that happened yesterday evening. Looking at our planner for today, looking at mostly cloudy conditions all throughout the afternoon and through the morning. We'll see our temperatures increase towards those upper 80s heading towards this afternoon. Potentially see some afternoon high temperatures reaching towards those lower 90s ahead for us in some neighborhoods too. But again, rain chances are going to continue to drop off for us over the course of our morning, heading towards the afternoon. Maybe a couple stray showers possible again for inland and northern neighborhoods. But for us along the coast, like here in Corpus Christi, we'll see even slighter and less chance of that to be likely in the forecast for us this afternoon. But all of us see those rain chances drop off and diminish as we head towards tonight, and maybe another round of potential of seeing a couple passing stray showers throughout some neighborhoods in the coastal bend as we look ahead towards the overnight leading towards your Thursday morning. But again, all in all, today will be the last day of actually seeing true beneficial rainfall in the forecast. Things are going to continue to dwindle on down in terms of our rain forecast here for us today, and all that is going to be due towards that moisture coming in from what was Tropical Storm Barry, continuing to decrease for us here in the area in South Texas. And also, we're not going to see as much help from upper levels of the atmosphere to continue our rain activity. So those two factors leading towards a change in our forecast as we head towards the second half of our work week. But for the Sunshine State, can't say the same for you guys. You are still having some pretty active weather that's expected to be in your forecast, with some heavy downpours and thunderstorms as possible as this area of potential low pressure could form over the next few days. And now looking at a 40% chance of development from this system right now over the Sunshine State at the moment. For us here at home, though, rain chances are ending. Look at drier conditions coming in with our next wave of Saharan dust that's going to push through the coastal bend, especially as we head towards this upcoming weekend. So what that means for us, we'll be looking at hotter temperatures and more haze in the forecast. So we'll be looking at some pretty nice sunrises and sunsets in the forecast. But again, you want to make sure if you're a little bit more sensitive to that Saharan dust, especially for outdoor activities for the holiday weekend.
Free community events for neighbors on the island. I'm Erin Holly on Padre Island, showing you some budget-friendly ways to beat the heat this summer.
And she never wore the uniform, but her mission is clear. Make sure we remember those who did. The story of Martha DeSimone is coming up.
Now, say hello to your neighbors. This is your Chris 6 News Sunrise Shoutouts.
Hello, Chris 6 Sunrise team. We're the Kingsville Symphony Orchestra in your Kingsville neighborhood, and we want to wish everyone a great morning and a great day.
And you know what? They are so talented. The Kingsville Symphony Orchestra. We hope you guys have a great day too. And just a reminder, folks, they are having a special Independence Day concert at TAM UK Friday at 3 p.m. And also, if you want to go ahead and send your own shout out video, just like the one you saw, make sure you scan the QR code on your screen or go to our website, christv.com.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
Where some see history, she sees heroes and brings their stories to life with words. For this week's Veterans in Focus, we're sharing the story of Martha DeSimone.
She sees this poster of a Navy wave and immediately signed up to go to fight for our country.
Some people document history.
I want to write this book to let younger generations know.
Others live it.
There are opportunities out there.
And then there are people like Martha DeSimone who are somewhere in between.
As life goes on, so does the heart.
She's a familiar face to Chris 6 News. For the last few years, she's been helping local veterans write their stories.
And we will spend a lot of time together.
And she's even picked up a few writing projects of her own.
I really enjoy Mr. Jose Mendez and his wisdom.
Her mission? To make sure heroes aren't lost in the footnotes.
We are losing such honorable men and women of the greatest generation.
She says it's a calling, one that began at home. Her own father was an Army veteran who didn't really speak of his past.
Everything was so secretive in the house.
She wanted to understand, and when she started digging,
it's down in his basement. There's his mother's, my grandmother's homestead box.
She uncovered a legacy more extraordinary than she ever imagined.
And I opened it up, and it's pictures and memorabilia and envelopes, everything you can imagine.
Piece by piece.
Here he is, and he worked on the German captured planes.
She put together a portrait of a man she thought she knew.
I did a beautiful book. That was my very first one that I did.
It's a story of a man who was quietly heroic. DeSimone says he played a crucial role in World War II.
He was the only one that could decipher the codes from the Enigma machine, knowing the Germans' plans and deciphering them and bringing World War II to an end with the Morse code, typing 40 to 60 words per minute. The average is 25.
That discovery changed her, and it set her on a path to give other families what she found, not only a connection to history, but also their hearts.
You just have to respect these honorable men and women that have given so much to our country, and he was part of that. I mean, he helped bring World War II to an end.
And while she preserves the stories of others, her own life has been filled with memorable chapters too.
I was working on Capitol Hill for 9 years.
She's also a world explorer, mother, and a woman who simply loves life.
It's all interconnected with all my travels because I'm so spontaneous.
Now, folks, if you're interested in writing your own story, you are encouraged to look into Del Mar College's writing courses. DeSimone has made several appearances to some of those classes.
Hey, good morning. So across the majority of the coastal bend for us on this Wednesday, we'll be waking up to drier conditions here, as even for areas that are further on inland, starting to see a decrease in your rain activity that was kind of a bit more streamlined and a bit more heavy at times throughout courses of our early hours this morning. But even in Hebbronville and Freer, again, seeing a bit of a diminishing of that shower activity. All we're going to see a wrap up of our shower opportunities here in the forecast as that tropical moisture continues to push its way out of the coastal bend. So that means for us, we'll be looking at cloudier conditions ahead for us for now. More haze coming in as well with that next push of Saharan dust. We'll also see a warm in our temperatures getting towards those upper 80s and eventually those low 90s as we head towards this afternoon too. Sunshine will still be a part of our forecast today, but just not truly in full blast just quite yet. Looking at mostly cloudy skies even ahead for us tomorrow, but even after that we'll see some drier conditions come in by way of that next round of Saharan dust, warmer temperatures and more sunshine as we look ahead towards the holiday weekend.
From Chris 6, this is 20 minutes of non-stop news.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for our 20 minutes of non-stop news. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. It's Wednesday, July 2nd. Here's a look at what stories we're covering in your neighborhood.
Well, let me ask you this. What's more important, money or citizenship?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on who you're talking to.
That question cuts to the heart of a new immigration proposal from President Trump. The plan would allow undocumented workers in agriculture and hospitality to stay in the U.S. temporarily. No green card, no permanent status, no path to citizenship. In Corpus Christi, a motel manager who asked not to be identified says he doesn't trust it.
A lot of people, they're not hiring, because Trump is too crazy right now.
Immigration attorney Deborah Rodriguez says the plan echoes President Reagan's 1986 amnesty, which granted legal status to millions of undocumented immigrants. But this proposal offers none of the same protections.
And they recognize that. They know that. Not to have any representation from this community is a slap in the face.
We're included when they want to include us.
The Harbor Bridge is built and the ribbon has been cut, but community advocates and leaders from respected Black organizations say they were excluded from the unveiling event. Some tell me they aren't shocked, but rather hurt that Saturday's ribbon cutting of the Harbor Bridge did not include representation from prominent Black organizations like the Black Chamber of Commerce, NAACP Corpus Christi branch, and the Hillcrest Residents Association. Neighbors also saying individuals directly affected by the project, including those living in the Hillcrest, Washington Coles area, should have been invited. I reached out to TxDOT, one of the companies behind the project, that tells me space limitations dictated the guest list.
Are you wondering how to have some fun without breaking the bank? I'm Erin Hawley, your Padre Island neighborhood news reporter, showing you the Whitecap NPI Development's new partnerships, providing neighbors with some free activities this summer. Whitecap North Padre Island, the first ever master planned community in Corpus Christi, has been under construction for about 3 years. Now, the main lawn area is ready for everyone. Whitecap NPI sales manager Amber Spichak tells me about several free events starting this summer. Somos Yoga will host these free yoga classes every Saturday at 7 a.m. And the Farmers Market, which used to be held at the Island Presbyterian Church, will be held every third Thursday of the month at Whitecap NPI from 4 to 7 p.m.
Planning on going to the beach? you might find more than just sand in between your toes. I'm Michaela Chavez, your Sunrise Neighborhood News reporter in Port Aransas. Watch your step and keep an eye out for these little guys, tar balls.
A fresh piece right there for the, there you go.
Victor Jock is a beachgoer.
We made a purpose to get a room down here just for the beach. So.
And has been his whole life. He's also no stranger to tar balls.
We're coming down and being around beaches all the time. It's tar's a normal thing.
And he's right. Tar is a normal thing. But why? I spoke with Paul Montagna at the Hart Research Institute. He says they come from one of two things: oil spills.
The main place it's coming from, believe it or not, it's probably left over from the Ixtoc spill way back in 1979.
And oil seeps.
The Gulf has thousands of oil seeps. Oil is naturally bubbling out of the bottom of the ocean, and it goes to the surface. And when it gets to the surface, it flows to the beach.
Montagna has been studying oil spills and seeps all across the country and world since the 80s, which made me wonder how our beaches compare to others. Would you say that we have about the same amount of oil tar compared to other places that you?
No, much more.
He says they wash up year-round, but because more people are going to the beach, more people are pointing them out.
Everybody got a little tar on them, so they all get a little taste of it.
They could be small. Okay, so I took off my shoes to see if I had any tar before I leave, and I do. It's not too much, it's right there. They could be big.
Look at the size of this tar ball.
But they aren't dangerous, just a bit of a nuisance.
Not till the end. It's more a little hassle, because you have to get it off.
If you do step on any tar, the most common answer I heard to get rid of it.
Everybody says baby oil gets tar off, like your feet, your shoes, all that stuff.
So even though these tar balls are pretty annoying, they're not uncommon, and they're no reason to cancel your beach trip. In Padre Island, I'm your Sunrise Neighborhood News reporter, Michaela Chavez, Chris 6 Sunrise.
Hey there, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Heading out the door, most of us are going to be greeted by more drier conditions here in the coastal bend as opposed to yesterday where we had those very strong and heavy streamlines of showers that would push through all across the coastal bend the majority of the day. Now our rain event is beginning to wrap up for us, so that's why most of us will be looking at this view for the most part across the area for us today. Mostly cloudy skies as we take a look at our Snoopy Spear Sky Cam sponsored by CCAC. We'll still see a couple bits of sunshine throughout our day, but again, looking at mostly cloudy conditions, those remnants of that rainfall is still going to be added towards moisture in our atmosphere, thereby cloud cover. But again, rain is going to begin to dwindle for us in the forecast today. But before we go ahead and get into that, let's go and take a look at what our rainfall amounts have been here in the coastal bend since yesterday morning. Looking at, again, those heavier rainfall totals with those very steady streams of showers that started out early in the morning yesterday, continued throughout the majority of the day. So, of course, it makes sense that areas nearby Heavenville and Freer seeing closer to 2 to 3 inches of rainfall in those neighborhoods. But across the majority of the coastal bend, looking at around maybe half an inch or maybe close to an inch of rainfall throughout the majority of our neighborhoods. Now looking at Doppler radar, like I stated, we'll be looking at a bit of a diminishing in our rainfall activity ahead for us today as our shower event begins to end. So again, seeing a couple showers still mowing through inland portions of the coastal bend nearby Freer and Heavenville, but even in those areas now, seeing those rain chances begin to dwindle to a bit more stray in nature at this point. And part of the reason for that, we're starting to see a lack of help and support from the upper levels of the atmosphere, and that moisture coming in from what was Tropical Storm Barry is starting to decrease as well. So those two factors adding towards why our rain event is going to begin to end for us here in South Texas. But we can't say the same for Florida. We're going to continue to be monitoring this area of interest that the National Hurricane Center is watching for a 40% chance now of development over the next 7 days. But even if this system doesn't develop into a tropical anything, they'll still be looking at a pretty decent chance of seeing some very heavy rainfall and some thunderstorms throughout the area. But like I stated too, for us, we're also getting not much of any support from the upper levels of the atmosphere, along with the diminishing of that shower activity is going to be added towards our forecast of why those showers are going to begin to dwindle off for us over the next few hours. You can see a couple passing showers still expected as we look ahead towards the midday. But again, rain is going to end for us. We'll start to trade in those showers for more Saharan dust and warmer temperatures this weekend.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
All right, folks, here's the 6 things you need to know for heading out the door. President Trump's sweeping domestic agenda bill is one step closer towards a full House vote. Early this morning, the House Rules Committee voted 7-6 to advance the rule on the bill. The panel had spent nearly 12 hours debating the legislation, and the entire House must now vote on the rule in order for the bill to come to the floor for a final vote.
We have an update on the immigration operation that happened last week on the campus of TAM UK. According to an Immigration and Customs Enforcement spokesperson, agents detained 27 undocumented workers last Thursday. They suspected the contractor was in violation of the Employment Eligibility Verification, also known as the I-9 form. 5 workers were released, but the rest remain in custody, awaiting their immigration proceedings.
Well, Tesla is set to release new data today on its production and delivery figures for the second quarter of the year. After the company's poor performance in the first quarter of the year, Elon Musk said that he would be spending less time in Washington and more time running the company. Tesla has struggled to sell its EVs in the face of angry protests over Musk's involvement with the Trump administration and fierce competition from Chinese companies.
London city leaders and school officials are working to ensure new development doesn't stand in the way of future campuses. The school official warned that narrowing roads in the area could hurt their ability to purchase land for new schools. The city approved to downside one future road in the area from a 4-lane to a 2-lane road between County Road 20A and County Road 2022.
Well, the city of Corpus Christi has announced their schedule for many services on the 4th of July this year. So most city offices, such as City Hall, public libraries, and public health district services, they're going to be closed. Senior centers, recreation centers, and gyms, they're also going to be closed. However, garbage and recycling will still be collected. Most pools will still be open too, along with Lozano Golf Center and Oso Golf Course, as well as the Al Cruz Tennis Center.
Bubba's 33 on the city's west side is partnering with Homes for Our Troops to build homes specifically for post-9/11 veterans. For every Patriot Burger purchase, Bubba's has set its goal for this year at $333,000. Now, even if you don't order the Patriot Burger, they're still accepting donations of any amount for Homes for Troops.
Hey there, good morning. Now taking a live look outside of our Skycam overtop SPID. You can see things are getting a bit more busy on our roadways this morning, with a lot more folks starting to head out the door. Looking at some mostly cloudy skies and a bit of some lingering haze now from that Saharan dust that's going to continue to push its way here in the coastal bend, certainly as we start to approach your holiday weekend. Right now, taking a look at our traffic flow map to get a better idea we can expect for traffic flow on other areas. Here we can see on Ocean Drive down to SPID and Saratoga, looking at pretty easy driving conditions with no issues or backups on any of those 3 roadways. Same thing as you start to approach Flower Bluff Drive on SPID as well. No traffic issues on that area either. A little bit more backup happening throughout portions of Waldron Road, so just make sure you're aware of that. And a bit of a more heavier slowdown throughout portions of the roadways, getting a little bit closer towards the gate, leaving and approaching the gate, I should say, on Flower Bluff Drive there. And then all clear to JFK Causeway going to from the island. That's it for your traffic report. More details of your forecast coming up.
I'm Melissa Trevino, your neighborhood news reporter in Alice. You see them every year. Fireworks stands on the 4th of July. But one fireworks stand is doing something a little different to help raise money for students.
Any money at all helps.
Ashley Alanis is a 2023 graduate from Alice High School. With the help of the Alice Rotary Club, she received a scholarship to help her with studies at University of Texas in Austin. She says it was a big help.
This money helped me so much, especially with purchasing books and course packets that a lot of college students know really adds up in money.
She understands not everyone can afford to go to college. Both of her parents work, but those costs add up.
It'd be very hard because then you'd have to pay for a lot of your education out of pocket, and since college really isn't that cheap, and especially considering your financial situation.
Belinda Garza, the president of the Alice Rotary Club, agrees. That's why they've given out scholarships for the last 85 years.
It's important because sometimes kids don't have enough money, and with the prices, everything going up.
This year, Belinda says the fireworks went off in her head when Noel Saenz approached her about using his fireworks stand for a good cause.
It's not just another fireworks stand.
This year, customers who buy fireworks here will also contribute to student scholarships.
I want to invite everybody to come in because it's not for us, it's for the community.
This special partnership showing students that their community is here to support them.
It's very important because you are making the investment in your students, in your children.
Noel's fireworks stand is in Rancho Alegre at the intersection of Range and Beam Station. It will stay open until Friday at midnight.
All of the money raised at Noel's fireworks stand in Rancho Alegre will go towards scholarships and local projects. In Alice, your neighborhood news reporter, Melissa Trevino, Chris 6 News.
Alrighty, Melissa, thank you so much. So the USS Lexington Museum invites you to celebrate the red, white, and blue with a red, white, and boom. That's the name of the annual fireworks viewing party that will be hosted on the flight deck of the Lex this 4th of July. It will give you a front row seat to the Mayor's Big Bang 4th of July fireworks show. Food and live entertainment will be available and chairs will be provided, but you can also bring your own.
It's just so much fun to be here on the flight deck of this aircraft carrier right here, Corpus Christi Bay, and the way that the firework viewing goes here, you can see the city fireworks over the city. And this is really, to me, that's the best view in town.
Tickets are still available, but folks, they are selling out fast. For more information, you could head to christv.com.
And now on to what's trending. Are you ready, kids?
Aye, Captain.
There it is.
There you go.
The U.S. Postal Service is bringing a little bikini bottom to your mailbox. A limited edition set of SpongeBob SquarePants Forever stamps is coming out this summer. The stamps feature SpongeBob himself, plus appearances by other Bikini Bottom characters like Patrick, Squidward, Sandy Cheeks, Mr. Krabs, and Gary the Snail. Meow. They're all part of the Postal Service's summer collectibles lineup. You can snag the stamps at post offices nationwide or in the USPS online store starting up August 1st. I'm not a big stamp collector, but I'm definitely picking myself up a pair of those. I might pick up a pair for my my director, David, as well. He's a bit of a SpongeBob fan as well.
I mean, we're the same generation. Well, I'm a little older than him, but that was our show growing up, just watching.
Hey, us too. Us millennials.
Yeah,
Come
it
on.
was mine too.
Okay, I'm sorry.
SpongeBob
She thinks
isn't that
we're all
new.
old. Mom and Dad don't watch those.
Never mind. Anyway.
Yeah. Ageist right there.
What? Yeah, don't say that. Julia's wonderful. She just thinks we're old.
Because I know for some, depending on like what the age is, like I know for like some folks, maybe when you're like 10, 11 years old, they thought they were too old for SpongeBob. So I
Never too old for SpongeBob.
Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to fuck myself now.
Anyways.
Hey, you know what's also not too old for is a dog walk forecast. Right?
No one's ever too old for it. So let's go ahead and get into our dog walking forecast. Heading out the door, we'll be looking at things feeling pretty comfortable across the area. Before we get into that forecast, though, let's first introduce our star for this morning. We have Cookie. We're kind of expecting probably more of a drier dog walk compared to yesterday with those overwhelming showers across the area. Today's going to be a bit different with a little bit more drier conditions ahead for us this morning. Looking at mostly cloudy skies, a couple pockets of sunshine during our morning and mostly for this afternoon. But again, rain activity is going to dwindle for us in the forecast. So most of us will be looking at dry conditions ahead for us on this Wednesday. Temperatures will increase towards those mid 80s as we start to get closer towards midday. And then again, we're starting to approach those 90s by this afternoon around lunchtime. Looking at Doppler radar, we can see those showers beginning to decrease for us across the area. Not really seeing much of any shower activity across a majority of the coastal bend, but earlier this morning we were seeing still a bit of a heavier streamline of some showers that were passing through nearby the neighborhoods of Hebbronville and Freer. But even now, you guys are starting to see your shower activity becoming stronger stray at best, and all of us will be in that same boat throughout the remainder of our Wednesday until our rain showers really start to dry up in the area. Again, looking at our forecast, high temperature of 90 degrees here in Corpus Christi. Other neighborhoods may see those temperatures only reach towards those upper 80s, but still technically slightly below average, as we'll still be looking at mostly cloudy skies in the forecast. Now, looking at our rain chances, again, stray at nature at best for us here in the coastal bend. Maybe a bit of some isolated showers possible for northern neighborhoods nearby Beeville, but all of us will see a bit of a decrease of our shower activity ahead for us tonight, with a couple stray showers possible again heading overnight into the early morning hours on your Thursday. So things are going to wrap up for us again in terms of our rain event. At this point, we'll be looking at a little bit more sunshine coming back into the mix, along with another plume of hair and dust. So we'll see a hit in our air quality ahead for us as we start to approach the July 4th holiday. And again, warmer temperatures, they'll be slightly above average for us this upcoming weekend too.
Alrighty, Julia, thank you so much. And thank you folks for joining us on Chris 6 Sunrise. We hope to see you tomorrow morning as well. Have a good day.